with clinging and clatter, and our alarm clocks did ring. The angels in Guinevere's bedroom did sing. But something was off, and it was quite a mess. The Silver Knight woke up without all his dress. It pained him to think of the barbs and the japes that he'd be hearing should he not find his cape. I'm the Silver Knight, and I'm having issues finding the rest of my armor set. I need to find my clothes. That's the premise of the video. So 2 other worlds. The Blue Eye was glaring to see what the Gankers and others were wearing. To Snake Legs, the Dark Moon, had he pledged his fealty. All the shirt snatchers would be judged guilty. Not here! Shirt's still not here! I can't find it in any of these worlds! I'm looking for people who are wearing the clothes that I need. That's what this video's about. There's another invader. Oh, he's dying! Oh no! I'll help him. Oh, he's dead! Stop dying, other invaders! Stop dying! Stop dying, he shouted to other invaders. Already dead, to not return later. They'd lose and they'd shout. Patch backstabs, they'd holler. But no one would listen, so they screamed $40.
Fucking sword is on fire! It's a magic
I better get these magic fellas. Ain't none of them got my shirt, but I still reckon they ought to be killed. Where'd you go to Perry school? Not Peverson? You fucking idiot! That's how it's done. Get parried, ganking scum. GG's. I need my shirt. They'd lose and they'd shout. Patch backstabs, they'd holler. But no one would listen, so they screamed $40. Wretch of God, he was spamming. R1 he was mashing. But still the poor knight could not find his fashion. I'm gonna mash R1 at you with Dark Moon Blade. This does a lot of damage. Because the Silver Knight sword has high base damage because it's a twinkling Titanite weapon. Yet you can buff it with Dark Moon Blade, which means you don't have to put as much dexterity into it. Are you learning yet? And another thing is I'm using the Silver Knight Spear. It's also Twinkling Titanite weapon. Can't buff it. Can't buff Silver Knight Spear, but it's very long and it does pretty decent damage, even again on a 22 dexterity. So don't be afraid to use either of the weapons. Also, backstab people when you guard break them. It's not very hard. It's not hard at all. Also, nerf Wrench of Gods. That's just too strong. Won't they nerf that wrench? During all of that hunting, something was changing. He noticed, oh wow, all the ears he was taking. His allegiance deepened. Some rank had been gained. His purple R1s would not be the same. I killed you with magic pyro on my sword. You were very bad because he tried to use plump. But I just used the Ranch of Gods and got away from it. Because that's the sort of thing it can do. You've got a lot of poise, which means it'll be difficult to do any damage, enough poise damage to make you stop hitting me. Or you could backstab me, because you have so much poise, the both of yous do. So if I hit yous, I'm only signing my own death warrant. Unless I put myself in a way where you can't poise bank stab me. What's a poise bank stamp, you asked? Well, I'm glad that you did, and I'll be happy to tell you. A poise bank stamp is when you hit somebody, but they just walk around and bank stamp you anyway, because they had poise, and you were not rewarded for hitting them with a fast weapon, because that's not the way that the heavy armor works in the Dark Souls Remaster. So what that means is, you have to be careful about how you hit people when you've got a fast weapon, like a strength sword or a curved sword, if they've got a lot of poise on. Poise in itself might promote a type of gameplay that some might consider to be lazy, because most people will just stank up on the poise and then try and poise bank stamp you. And it is a very effective maneuver against people who don't understand. However, with just the slightest bit of studying, one might learn how much poise a person has. For example, this fella here who's using all the handles, and this fella here who's using all the golfs. If I'm gonna beat them, it's gonna be with bank stamps. I gotta bank stamp all that poise because I can't just swing into it unless I've got him on the ropes. Here you can see he wants to back away and heal from me, which is probably what he needs to do. So I'm trying to hit him, and I'll just see he poised through that. But I'm still doing enough damage, I'm going to kill him. You see how it works out there? And when people try and circle bank stab you, you just circle bank stab them. And that's how you play Dark Souls, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's how you do it. Here's a classic example. Look at Giant Dap. He's using that as Y-hander. He said, "What rings you got, bitch?" He said, "What rings?" He said, "Bitch." And see what he's doing is, he's trying to use his poise to his advantage. Now that's Y-hander there. It's got infinite stun lock. But Saint, you don't like stun lock. You don't think Wingmans should stun lock you. I don't. However, in Dark Souls 1, I can simply tonkel escape out of it. And then it's fine. And if I was a better player, I could have tonkel escaped out of the first R1. I stand by my decisions. But then in the dark, a strange cult he did find. Of all the poor mothers that got left behind, their fashion was samey. Their gameplay was too. They weren't very good, so they'd 3v1 you. I'm gonna chase this fella. He's been ganking me. And I know that I just said they 3v1 you, but then in the video, you see them 3v1ing me. But what you didn't see was all these times that they did 3v1 me. But I never do 3v1. I just wait for other invaders to show up. And then all of a sudden, I'm not being 3v1'd no more. Now it's 3v3 or 3v2. Because I have what I like to call patience. And I don't just run into 3 dudes thinking I'm going to be able to get them when they're all poised up like that. Look at them all looking the same. Good job. Good job getting on YouTube and seeing what build was good. You're very good at the game. I'm being ironic because you're not. Then in the dark, a strange cult he did find of all the poor mothers that got left behind. And finally that day, he looked in the mirror, and all of a sudden, things were much clearer. His fashion was fine. He liked his old shirt, even if others thought it looked like dirt. He wore different fashion and felt so much better, even if that made him not very meta. This is the end of the video. So it's me, a Silver Knight, who lost his clothes, and I'm fighting this other guy. He's a Silver Knight, and he's got all the clothes on, see? So it's like coming full circle. It's how the video ends. And it's what you want to do when you're making a film, is you have the hero confront the thing and then they learned a lesson though, didn't they? They learned a lesson. What lesson did you learn? When you sat down and watched Saint Riot, what lesson did you learn today? Did you smile? Did you laugh and cry? Yeah? During all of that hunting, something was changing. He noticed, oh wow, all the years he was taking. His allegiance deepened. Some rank had been gained. His purple R1s would not be the same